Okay, guys, talk about ionic bonding, and we see this ionic versus molecular. One thing we want to point out, basically, when we talk about ionic versus molecular means covalent. That when we talk about it, ionic is between a metal and a nonmetal, and molecular or covalent is between two nonmetals. Mainly thing we can think about when we're talking about the properties, realize that ionic bonds are the opposite of covalent bonds. Okay, we see that ionic bonds are very strong. Ionic bonds connect all ions together. When we talked about that crystalline lattice, we talked about the lattice energy and all that. They connect all the positives and negatives together, which creates very strong bonds. Now, covalent bonds are strong, but ionic is definitely stronger. Okay. Now, ionic compounds they're going to have higher melting points and higher boiling points. We saw that when we did our lab, and we saw the melting points. Okay, ionic didn't melt at all. Okay, the covalent melted relatively quickly. Okay, so ionic, very high melting points, very high boiling points. They're all going to be solid at room temperatures. They're very hard because of strong forces. It's difficult for one layer of ion to move past another, but they're very brittle, meaning that if we hit them, they would break apart into many pieces. Okay, other ionic compounds, they're good conductors at the liquid state, but we really don't have them in the liquid state that often because it takes so much heat to get them there. So when we think of ionic compounds, you want to think very poor conductors of electricity. Okay.